You know you're at the right place when you've been here 5 minutes and someone offers to buy your shirt, not your book. Kind of exciting.
My offer is still good.
It's still good. Exactly, if I was doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now, there would be about this many people coming into my senior English class.
Where do you teach?
Venice. Venice side. The only difference is once they got seated, every one of them would be texting. So the idea that at least some of you are paying attention is very intimidating. And when you go back to school, you have to check out, for a sick day, were you a sick day? Was it an illness? Was it a personal problem? And I'm going to try and write in tomorrow art day and see what this is. I'm going to read a short passage from A Short History of a Tall Jew. All you need to know is it's a love story. It's actually two love stories. The major arc of the story, the love story, is about a 39-year-old single dad who wakes up on Valentine's Day of his 39th year and announces to his two difficult teenage children, one of whom is 16, a boy named Zach, and a 15-year-old daughter named Lily, that by the following Valentine's Day he will have found his second and last wife, the last great love of his life, and marry her, and they will have a lovely stepmom. Although he has no contacts, he has no hookups, he has no numbers, he has no nothing. And the other part of it is he's been separated by them through a pretty tough divorce, and so the other love story is him connecting with his two kids over the period of this year. The piece I'm going to read is, so he makes this announcement on the eve of Valentine's Day, and this is July 4th weekend. Nothing good has happened to him at this point. Other than his children are away for the summer at sleepaway camp. His son is at a communist sleepaway camp in the Catskills, and his daughter is at an accounting and kayaking camp in Orange County. And he had to pay half of it without going to court. And anyway, he's home alone, feeling kind of desperate after 5.5 months of romantic failure. My summer school gig at UCLA, where I taught how to rake into TV writing to middle school students, began on July 5th. On Independence Day, I sat home alone, dipped Doritos into guacamole, and watched a 12-hour Sopranos marathon. Around midnight, I turned off TV and turned on Zach's computer he left behind because the tent he was sleeping in all summer had no electrical outlets. I logged on to J-Link. Within minutes, the screen was filled with photographs of happy Semitic couples. Hanging on to each other and grinning as if every day were Purim. I pointed and clicked. Who are we? We are 1 in 10 Jewish singles worldwide. We are 325,000 Americans, 118,000 Canadians, 15,000 Israelis, 112 Chileans, and 2 very lonely Jews in Uzbekistan. So sign up today and meet the partner of your dreams now. I bought in. For $29.95 a month, I had unlimited access to Jewesses worldwide. Though it did bother me that the corporate offices were located in Compton. Because I couldn't imagine a bunch of Jewish guys setting up shop in the hood. After an hour spent staring at my virtual Hasidic harem, I felt emboldened and began to fill in the blanks on my online profile. My screen name is Flash. I don't know what possessed me to call myself Flash, the nickname given to me by my 7th grade basketball coach because I was slower than the 225-pound water boy. I just always liked it. Flash Lockman sounded like a Jewish astronaut. I am a 39-year-old male from Houston, Texas. I live in West LA, and I live with my 2 children sometime. My occupation is teacher, and I earn between $50,000 and $60,000 a year. As soon as I punched in those numbers, I realized the only women likely to respond were social workers, union organizers, and hospice nurses. My favorite activities are ordering out and watching tall black men dunk basketballs on SportsCenter. Briefly describe your appearance. When I was young, I looked like Abby Hoffman. Now I look like Barbara Bush. I hit send. 2 minutes later, I sent my email that read, "Congratulations, you are J-Link member 603,899. May our service bring you only nachas and simplicity." To the non-observant, that means joy and happiness. I punched in my number and my profile appeared on screen. I reread what I had written, thought about changing a few things, but since I hadn't posted a photo, I figured no one would contact me anyway. But within seconds, I received a message. It says you received a J-Link, from member 312,920. I was excited. I clicked and read, "Dear Flash, I was J-Link cruising. Read your profile and howled. Let's meet for coffee prontissimo. I had the worst day in recorded human history, and reading your profile made my mega angst disappear. So a little about moi. I teach a course called The Psychology of Psychology. And the UCLA Graduate School. Plus, I'm in private practice. I'm a single parent who shares custody of my teenage daughter, Tilly. If you like tall, I'm 5'11". And though I think I'm slightly above average in the looks department, my friends tell me that when I enter a room, heads don't turn, they snap.
Whoa!
Once when I wore a miniskirt and a suit for whiplash. I hope you're as excited to meet moi as I am to meet toi. If you are, call moi now at 310-231-2039. Operators are standing by. Or email or IM me at Too Tall to Believe, Best Josie Rose. I went to the J-Link website and skimmed her profile. Born in Chicago, BA Theater Studies, Northwestern, PhD Psychology, Stanford. Earns $100,000 plus per year. Owns 2 black labs, Leopold and Loeb. I felt no need to read on. I knew the hour was late, and though she said she'd be awake instead of calling, I am. Philip writes, "Josie, I read your email. Thanks for the kudos. I haven't felt this good since Nixon resigned." You there? They hit send. 20 seconds later, Josie wrote, "You are 22. Nut E, why are you up? At 1:30, you silly coconut."
Oh my God.
I wrote because I've been on J-Link for about minutes. And you're my first contact. I wanted to say thanks. Josie, want to meet for coffee? Philip, now? Josie, no, on Simchas Torah, yeah, now. Philip, you always move this fast? Josie, I've read hundreds of profiles. I liked yours. Let's meet. If it's right, we'll see each other again. If it's not, we'll finish our lattes and say buena noche. The caffeine addict on Pico at Sawtell in 15 minutes. Philip, how will I know you? Josie, I'll be carrying my golf clubs. It'll be 2 a.m., Bobby. No one else will be walking through the door. See you in 15. I brushed my teeth. In lieu of a shower, I opened an old issue of Esquire to a full-page ad for an eau de cologne called One Night Stand. I ripped the sample strip out of the magazine and rubbed what had been page 56 against my wrist and neck. And then I walked out the door toward my coffee date.